to say, this all makes me feel very uncomfortable. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt with my name on it. There's a giant Mandelman on the wall up there. There's a lot of signs. There's a lot of ego gratification going on here. I think I need a moment to think about this. Thank you all so much for coming out this morning. And thank you all so much for everything that you're going to do in the next 3.5 months to ensure that we win. I want to introduce you all to an amazing woman, Eleanor. Eleanor has to stand up to be introduced. There we go. Is Bernie here?
Yeah, Bernie's here.
Bernie's back there. Bernie Burke. Hey, Bernie Burke. So, about 1989, 88, 89, a little 14-year-old Rafael Mandelman needed a place to live. And his English school teacher, his English teacher at high school, Eleanor Burke, and her husband, Bernie Burke, found a place in their home for me and gave me a way to get through high school and go on to all the stuff that I've done. And so, these extraordinary people, I'm so grateful for everything you have given to me. Kid. And I was the weird little kid who knew I was really into politics and knew politics really, really mattered. And that made Eleanor extremely nervous. Because Eleanor knew that politicians are the lowest form of life. And nonetheless, Eleanor has managed to be so supportive of this campaign and this adventure. So thank you, Eleanor, again. Thank you, Bernie. All right. Difficult to follow Harry Britt and Tim Paulson and John Avalos and David Campos and Aaron Peskin. These people are giants, but you are all giants, and together that's how we're going to win. So, thank you. Stephanie Ashley is a giant. Stephanie Ashley has been with me for the last year as we've built this movement and is continuing to build it. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Nathan Albee, and thank you, everyone else. We've working so hard to make this happen. Now, as you walked in the door this morning, you may have paused to note that there's a little memorial in the window to a really phenomenal human being named Bob Polzoni. Bob Polzoni, I met about a year ago, or over a year ago, on the March on Washington, which was a march to Washington organized by Bob and others, Cleve Jones, to demand equal rights now for queer people. That's right. Not to tolerate waiting and hesitation, but to say now, and to put President Obama and Congress on the spot. That's what Bob was about. And Bob decided that although he also didn't much care for politicians, he was going to help with this campaign, because this campaign's about more than politics. Last week, on Sunday, we received the very sad news that Bob had died. I want to take just a moment now to think about Bob and his generation that fought, beginning with the Briggs Initiative to now, so many of whom are not with us anymore, and to think about the demand, the insistence, the relentless call for equity and justice that Bob represented. Okay, we're walking precincts. Bob would have loved this day, and he would have loved the incredible coalition of people who we've brought together. I've never been so excited to see this much orange in my life than certainly last year. Thank you, I've never been so excited to see, well, I'm always excited to see the residents of District 8, the activists, the leaders from the various communities. Gene Amos from Noe Valley, thank you. Pamela Heckel, I think I saw from the Lower Heights. and leaders from throughout the district, thank you for coming here and being here with us for this kickoff. Thank you, Tom Radulovich. And thank you to the other elected officials who I see here, John Rizzo from the Community College Board, from the School Board, and our soon-to-be elected Judge Michael Nava. We began this campaign about a year ago at Blush Bar on Castro Street, and we began with an audacious theory, which was that although the voters of this district may be a little more affluent than some of the other progressive districts in San Francisco, and although their day-to-day concerns may be a little bit different, these voters, these residents of District 8 are still San Franciscans, and they still believe in Harvey Milk's San Francisco.
That's right!
That was our theory at the time, and I think the growth in our campaign, the momentum we're building, shows that we were right.
Yeah, right.
We knew we had a job to do a year ago. We needed to unite the Justice Coalition behind this campaign. And we, as you will see looking around this room, have done that. We brought together the nurses and the teachers, the laborers, the San Francisco Labor Council, the hotel workers, the Sierra Club, the Tenants Union. Who else do we bring together? An abundance of organizations. We got Assemblyman Tom Amiano. And we got Supervisors Avalos, Marr, Daly, Campos, and Mir Karimi. We succeeded in building a coalition for justice to carry a message into District 8. And here we are. We have 3.5 months to take that message to them. 2 pieces of exciting news. One, thanks to the leadership of Aaron Peskin, in June, we won a mighty victory for the Democratic County Central Committee, for progressives on the Democratic County Central Committee. Piece of fun news I want to share with you that we figured out this week. We beat Scott Wiener to $100,000. Thanks to public financing. That was one of the first campaigns I worked on in my political career, and I'm really excited that it passed. But it's, as a number of the speakers have already said, we have a hard, tough row to hoe over the next 3.5 months.